Welcome to our show, Hong Kong Brief. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into the chilly forecast as a cold front sweeps into Hong Kong, bringing temperatures down to a brisk 13 degrees Celsius by Tuesday. Get ready for a cool and windy week ahead. Next up, as we celebrate the Lunar New Year, it's the perfect time to focus on health and sustainability. With many people suffering from chronic illnesses, we highlight the importance of mindful eating and reducing food waste during festive celebrations. Let's spread love and gratitude while enjoying our feasts. Lastly, we take a look at the exciting evolution of wuxia films in the 21st century. From the classic tales of heroism to modern adaptations featuring stunning visual effects, the genre continues to captivate audiences. Don't miss out on these thrilling cinematic experiences. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong is bracing for a significant drop in temperatures as a cold front approaches the region. The Hong Kong Observatory has predicted that the mercury may plunge to 13 degrees Celsius, 55.4 Fahrenheit, or lower by Tuesday morning. This cold snap is due to a front moving across the coastal areas from northern Guangdong province, with temperatures expected to range between 17 to 21 degrees on Sunday before falling to a minimum of 15 degrees the following day. The forecaster warns of strengthening northern winds and emphasizes that the cool weather will persist in the coming days, particularly in the New Territories, where temperatures could dip even lower. South China Morning Post also highlights the importance of health awareness during the Lunar New Year festivities. As families gather to celebrate, there is a tendency to indulge in unhealthy foods, which can exacerbate chronic health issues prevalent in many populations, including high rates of diabetes and cardiovascular disease. The article emphasizes the need for individuals to take responsibility for their health by adopting healthier eating habits and maintaining strong social networks. Studies indicate that emotional well-being, supported by family and friends, is crucial for longevity and health. As the Lunar New Year approaches, the call is made for everyone to celebrate with mindfulness about their health and the well-being of those around them. South China Morning Post takes a look at the evolution of Chinese wuxia films in the 21st century, tracing their journey from the classics of the 1960s and 1990s to modern interpretations that blend traditional storytelling with contemporary filmmaking techniques. The article reviews three notable films: Seven Swords, 2005, which reinvents the genre by incorporating a survivalist mentality akin to westerns; Brotherhood of Blades, 2014, which offers a nuanced portrayal of friendship and loyalty amid palace intrigue; and Sword Master, 2016, a remake that honors the genre's roots while exploring deeper themes within the martial arts world. Each film showcases a shift in narrative complexity and character development, reflecting the changing landscape of Chinese cinema while still paying homage to its rich heritage. South China Morning Post reports that the tragic death of a Hong Kong tour guide in a bus accident in Shanghai has raised serious concerns about the safety of tour guides as travel demand surges post-pandemic. To work legally, tour guides must obtain a license from Hong Kong's Travel Industry Authority, which requires completing a training course, passing exams, and obtaining a first aid certificate. Despite these precautions, guides face numerous hazards, including the risk of accidents while moving within vehicles and potential violent incidents abroad, as exemplified by a past tragedy in Manila. To enhance safety, experts recommend that guides remain seated during travel, utilize safety features on buses, and secure insurance to mitigate risks. In another report by South China Morning Post, the Hong Kong startup Butler has successfully pivoted to profitability by leveraging artificial intelligence to streamline property management workflows. Founded 7 years ago, Butler initially offered housekeeping services but shifted focus during the pandemic to develop a digital platform that automates tenant inquiries and maintenance updates. This strategic move has led to a significant increase in clientele, with expectations to triple the number of housing estates served this year. The founders, with backgrounds in investment banking, embrace technology to adapt to changing market demands, finding success in a challenging real estate landscape where property prices have plummeted. Deloitte, as highlighted by South China Morning Post, emphasizes the growing importance of family offices and initial public offerings, IPOs, in driving Hong Kong's economic growth. With increased interest from wealthy families in establishing family offices to manage their assets, facilitated by recent tax incentives from the government, Hong Kong is positioning itself as a prime hub for wealth management. The city's IPO market is also showing signs of recovery, fueled by the potential listings of major mainland Chinese companies. Despite facing competition from other global markets, improvements in market sentiment and lower interest rates are expected to attract more businesses to consider Hong Kong for their IPOs, reinforcing its status as a key player in the financial landscape. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong is navigating through tumultuous times, particularly in light of the ongoing trade tensions and technological rivalry between the US and China. Despite these external pressures, there are signs that the city may be moving past its most challenging phase, especially regarding national security concerns. After the controversial national security law was enacted in 2020, Hong Kong faced international sanctions and strained relations with the West. However, recent statements from government officials suggest a willingness to improve ties with countries like the US. Economically, Hong Kong is showing signs of recovery, with a resurgence in the stock market and an influx of talent driven by various admission schemes. While the property sector still faces challenges, the government's investment in research and innovation is expected to enhance the city's long-term competitiveness. South China Morning Post highlights the alarming trend of kindergarten closures in Hong Kong, with approximately 40 schools expected to shut down due to the city's record low birth rates. The education sector is grappling with a significant decline in applications, with some kindergartens receiving as few as 4 to 5 forms for admission. The situation is exacerbated by the demographic shift, as the number of births dropped drastically during the pandemic and social unrest. Education officials are considering relocation as a potential solution to help struggling preschools survive. However, many operators are finding it increasingly difficult to attract students, leading to a bleak outlook for the preschool sector. The disparity between subsidized and elite independent preschools further complicates the situation, as the latter continue to experience high demand due to their advanced curriculums. South China Morning Post shares the inspiring journey of Danny McFadden, who transformed his life from an alcoholic drifter to a successful global mediator. After hitting rock bottom in 1979, McFadden made the life-changing decision to attend Alcoholics Anonymous, which ultimately set him on a path to sobriety and success. Over the years, he educated himself, learned Mandarin, and built a career in law and mediation, even holding significant positions at the United Nations and the World Bank. His memoir, Wilder Shores, Addiction, Adventure and Second Chances, chronicles his struggles with addiction and his eventual triumph over it. McFadden emphasizes the importance of sharing experiences and seeking help, hoping his story will inspire others facing similar battles. Today, he uses his platform to offer hope and encouragement to those still fighting their demons, proving that change is possible regardless of one's past. South China Morning Post reports on the dramatic rise and fall of Les Moonves, the former CBS CEO who was pivotal in bringing iconic shows like Friends and Survivor to life. Moonves, who led CBS from 2003 until his dismissal in 2018, faced multiple sexual assault allegations that surfaced amid the Me Too movement. The first claim came from Phyllis Golden Gottlieb, who accused him of assaults in the 1980s. As more allegations emerged, including a detailed exposé in The New Yorker, Moonves was ultimately fired, maintaining his innocence despite the gravity of the claims. His wife, Julie Chen, who stood by him throughout the ordeal, described the fallout as collateral damage, expressing her belief in his innocence and emphasizing the timing of the allegations coinciding with his opposition to a corporate merger. In an opinion piece by SCMP, the surge of electric vehicles (EVs) in Hong Kong is highlighted, with over 107,000 EVs registered by late 2022, reflecting a 40% increase from the previous year. However, this growth has been met with significant challenges, particularly regarding the charging infrastructure. The Consumer Council reported numerous complaints about unclear fees and insufficient charging stations, revealing frustrations among EV owners. Issues such as inadequate charging times and surprise charges have raised concerns about the reliability of the service. To support this booming market, Chief Executive John Lee Ka-chiu has pledged to install around 200,000 EV chargers by mid-2027, emphasizing the need for transparent pricing and quality service from charge point operators. Another SCMP opinion piece discusses the importance of community spaces in Hong Kong, particularly for families living in cramped subdivided flats. The chief executive's initiative to establish more community living spaces is a positive step toward providing residents with essential facilities for social interaction and daily activities. The first community living room opened in December 2023, offering a vital resource for impoverished families. With plans for additional spaces in the pipeline, the collaboration between the government, businesses, and charities aims to foster a more inclusive community. While these community initiatives are crucial in the short term, the article stresses that the long-term goal must be to provide better permanent housing options for the city's most vulnerable residents. South China Morning Post highlights the unwavering support of Peeb Sebert, Kesha's mother, throughout the singer's tumultuous career and legal battles with Dr. Luke. Peeb, a talented songwriter in her own right, has co-written numerous hits for Kesha, including Your Love Is My Drug and Timber. Despite facing personal hardships, including a painful divorce that derailed her own music career, Peeb's resilience has not only shaped Kesha's success but also allowed her to reclaim her own artistic voice, culminating in the 2021 release of her long-awaited song Vampire. Furthermore, Peeb candidly addressed the controversy surrounding a lyric in Kesha's song Cannibal that referenced serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, explaining that it was intended as a playful rhyme rather than a serious allusion. In another story from the South China Morning Post, the focus shifts to Boris Becker's third wife, Lilian de Carvalho Montero, a political risk analyst who has stood by the former tennis champion through his recent legal troubles. The couple celebrated their wedding in a lavish ceremony in Italy, attended by close friends and family. Montero, who has an impressive academic background and speaks 5 languages, has been a pillar of support for Becker during his imprisonment for bankruptcy fraud. Their relationship blossomed during challenging times, and Becker expressed his deep love and commitment to Montero, indicating that their shared experiences have only strengthened their bond. The South China Morning Post also sheds light on the struggles of several celebrities with acne, emphasizing that it's a common issue often shrouded in stigma. Stars like Chris Pine and Keke Palmer have openly discussed their battles with skin conditions, with Pine revealing how severe acne affected his career opportunities early on. Similarly, Emma Chamberlain and Pete Davidson shared their experiences, highlighting the emotional toll acne can take on self-esteem. This candidness from public figures serves as a powerful reminder that acne is a universal struggle, and their openness encourages others to embrace their imperfections rather than hide them. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. we encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6do Brief via email.